Do I believe in free will? And an extension, do I believe in a soul? I don't know why. I find it a lot more compelling to think in cause and effect and determinism, which basically says that I find it so interesting. I love the idea of boredom. I think boredom is really cool. And I think hunger is really cool. And this is why I enjoy fasting so much. But the idea of boredom and when, especially when it comes to food, I enjoy when I'm bored and I'm able to just chill somewhere. And my favorite experience in the world, or one of, is when I'm able to be somewhere and say, like, I'm here, I have nowhere else to be. So that feeling of like, all right, I don't need to be anywhere else right now. I love that because I'm like, you can stop doing the whole destination addiction where we all do it constantly. There's always somewhere else to be. So I love when I'm in a state where I don't have a reason to think there's anywhere else to be. But your body will always remind you and force you to be somewhere. Try sit somewhere for 10 hours, 20 minutes, obviously, but taking it to its extreme, like 10 hours, 12 hours. If you don't go bored out of your mind, you'll end up getting to a point where you're so hungry, your body will not let you not go get food. Like your body will make you go get food. So I do like that idea that sometimes you're reminded that we really are not in control, even of our own bodies. I do feel like a passenger in my life. Or I just feel like life is happening, time is happening. I personally, as an individual, think of through my communication, increase my ability of acting as though I have free will, if that makes sense. Like if I do want to say something, I'll say it. Or if I want to do something, I'll do it. I'm a very opportunity driven person because I'm constantly reminded of time, how much time we don't have. So I'm not trying to say death awaits. I am, but that wasn't my point. My point was about determinism and free will. So I just think it's a very cool and interesting thought when like, what does it mean to make a choice? I don't understand this concept of making a choice where, like, I'm choosing. The idea of like this determinism is that I was always going to choose what I was always going to choose because there's been like a cause and effect, whether it's the genes, where I live, culture, genetics, all these things that make a human human. And their life in the way they exist just plays out the way it's going to play out. I don't know what that actually means, though. I don't know what the point of that is. I think because ultimately everyone knows you still choose what you do in your life. You choose what you do every day. So there's still an ability for, like, if I want a cigarette, I can unwillingly have a cigarette because my body wants a cigarette, but I'm like not wanting that. So you can still, for the most part, willingly choose. But I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's a pretty cool thought. So yeah, no life lessons here. I'm just putting the mic out, seeing if I can get comfortable talking to the camera. And really trying to find within myself what I enjoy talking about. I do enjoy these conversations about like philosophy and free will and why are we here. This is the whole David Hume is all distinction, where he says something to the effect of, like, science tells you what is, it's descriptive, it's observable. You come up with an empirical method, a hypothesis, and you attempt to make a prediction. So there's a lot of observation of descriptive facts of what we deem reality. But science will not tell you how you ought to be. It doesn't tell you how you should act. These are like ethical, philosophical kind of terminologies. Should, should's a big one actually. So, or ought. You ought to act a certain way. You ought to not kill. Science has no like interest in that at all. So it is a very cool distinction. And this is kind of the position for religious value, which is the meaning and the ethics it brings with the understanding of transcendence and connection. So I do think that is a cool message. And I think I am someone who does try unify the positives and the seeing the value in things personally. Or just the value of being alive. That's kind of a big one. I know we don't talk about it much. I don't know why. Ooh, I don't know if the mic caught that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad to be alive. I am glad to be alive, and time is short. So, if anything, this channel is a death capsule. You know, who are we? Who do we put on the internet? And simply who are we? Who are we? The phone is just capturing who we're attempting, who we are. You know, I was gonna say attempting to be. Maybe that fits in like the conversation of like the ego and the character and the self, but I don't think that's what I was going for. So yeah, this is me. I'm seeing if I can make it to 10 minutes. I've been talking for 6 minutes and 37 seconds. Maybe it's a good low commitment thing, but I should be able to keep it interesting enough for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all I need to do to be entertaining. Boredom, evolutionary boredom. Why? Fuck, I got nothing. Oh, fuck, I got nothing. You know what? You know what I was thinking the content can be? I'm so good at being bored alone that if I can capture being bored and you hopefully are fucking bored enough to watch this, then I think it's a good content. Because yeah, I'm literally doing nothing right now. I got nothing on. I'm doing nothing. I'm just fucking sitting here. I don't want to be playing my this feels good because this is conversations I'll have with mates actually. So I've been gaming. This one game, I just always go back to it. But fuck me, yesterday I did nothing. It was disgusting. And it got to like 6 p.m. I said like, I'm like, bro, you're disgusting. Just commit to it. Like it's like if I buy a cigarette packet, I try not have it on me for long, like after a night out. So sometimes I'll thrash it in a way that's like disgusting to turn me off it. So yesterday I did the same for the game. I'm like, just be a slob. I went to like 2 a.m. Lost a lot. I played well. I reckon I played well. I did good. But what a wasted day. What a wasted day. And I lost a lot. So you just finish this, you finish this game just mad as well. But it's really tempting. So the point I'm making is I did make a deal with myself to delete it, to try attempt to do more things with the podcast. Maybe that I've almost recorded 10 minutes and I might potentially post this. I can play the game, or do I commit to myself and delete it and start writing for the podcast page? I can't be fucked. This just came to me. These were thoughts I was having. And I'm like, you know what? These are the thoughts. Because I've been really sitting down trying to figure out what I want this page to be. Who am I? Blah, 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 blah. Create a core of individual content before I rely on the podcast guests. That's the idea. So I was just outside having a smoke and I'm just like, free will, philosophy, God. And I'm like, oh my God, these are what I enjoy talking about. I don't know much about them, but it perfectly fits my style of inquisition. And that's why I've been struggling so much not having a guest, is because the reason I think I'm so comfortable and enjoy doing the podcast is because I get to inquire and ask questions. And when people talk, you pull on the threads that like we're always revealing ourselves. We're always unfolding, putting ourselves forward. During a conversation, especially in podcast format, where the subject is actually allowing you to, you kind of get to pull on the threads that allow the conversations to bring up the things that people value. And that's when you can weight your kind of values. Not that it's a comparison thing, but that's just how we exist in the world. And that's why we're all different people. So I was just thinking about like philosophy and religion and these kind of questions, and I'm realizing these are the things I enjoy, and it fits perfectly with. I just repeated, but that was a point really landing for me. The Inquisition element. So This is me. We've made it to 10 minutes. Nice to meet you. I do hope I do more of this. I do hope I get more comfortable just talking to the microphone. But this was good. I enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if I should do this. Tell me if I'm losing my mind. But until then, thank you. Yeah.